Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Discovery Family. If you're new here, I make new videos every week about motherhood, lifestyle, fitness, and weight loss. In today's video, I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about weeks 4 through 6 of my flat foot reconstructive surgery. So if you guys are interested, just stay tuned. And I also do want to mention that I do have a flat foot reconstructive surgery series here on the channel. So if this is your first time catching this video, you might want to go back and watch my previous videos for more information. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So week 4 I was still like 100% non-weight bearing. So I was still getting around on crutches and my knee scooter. And that week was probably the best week as far as getting around. Obviously, every week gets better. So I was able to get up and move around a lot more. And I wasn't feeling so sick and nauseous. I was feeling like a lot better. So there's not really a whole lot of an update for week 4. Now, week 5, I went to the doctor and I had a doctor's appointment at the end of week 4. And he told me I could start putting weight on my foot. So generally, he said with an ankle surgery, you're only off of your foot, not off of your foot, but you're putting limited weight on your foot for about a week. But he said given that I had 5 different procedures at one time, it could take me up to 2 weeks to get to walking in just the boot. Another doctor's appointment was scheduled out for 2 weeks, and his expectation was that I was just walking in the boot at the end by the end of the 2 weeks. So I first started walking, he said 2 to 3 days, 25% weight. That is just with crutches and just kind of putting a little bit of pressure on your foot as you're walking along. And it went to 50% for 2 to 3 days. And that was also with 2 crutches, but actually putting more weight on your foot and using it to help me walk and get along. Those 4 or 5 days, whatever it was, I found somewhat difficult to get around because I had both crutches constantly when I was walking, and I couldn't really like grab things to get them, so it made it a little bit more difficult because at least with my knee scooter I could just grab it, put it in my basket and go. But those are probably some of the hardest times is when they started putting pressure, because it was so painful, you guys, that I honestly thought, I was like, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get to just walking? Because it hurt a lot, and I really had to push myself to walk on it and put pressure on it, because after you have surgery, everything gets sore, it gets stiff, all those types of things. So I was really pushing myself to do extra walks. Like I would go outside and walk along the side of the house or something like that and go back just to get that extra time on it, just to get my body used to putting the weight on it. And then I did 75% weight bearing on the opposite side. So I had surgery on my left foot, so I had one crutch under my right arm, and I was doing 75% weight bearing for about at least 4 days, I want to say, to help me get along. And then finally, I would say it was about a good week and a half, and I was able to finally start walking in just my boot. So I've started that, and I will say walking is limited. So that being said, like I can walk on it, but not for a long period of time. It's just I'm still getting used to walking in the boot. So it does get sore and it does hurt after so long of being on it. So after I do some walking, I do need to take a rest. For example, today I was at the mall trying to find my little boy. He's 1 now. I was trying to find him a pair of shoes, and I went to a sporting goods store. I'm expecting that we were going to find his shoes there, and unfortunately we had such a hard time finding him shoes because his feet are really chubby. So we did have to go into the mall and walk, and we did make it down to this store. We went down to Carter's, but then on the way back, going to walk back to the sporting goods store that we were going to, I had to stop and take a break and sit down in like the mall seats that they have there, just so like I could get off my foot for a little bit because it was really painful to walk back. And then after that, I was kind of pretty much like done for the day as far as like walking goes, just because it is pretty painful. But other than that, I have been walking on it for probably about 4 or 5 days now-ish. So, I mean, slowly every day it's getting better. I will say the mornings are the absolute worst time. I have to use my one crutch under my right arm in the mornings because it's super stiff from the night before, and there's no way I could just hop out of bed, put the boot on, and start walking. So I do have to slowly get used to putting weight on it during the mornings, and then after like some of the stiffness has come out, then I'm able to walk on it. So I'm really looking forward to being able to fully walk on it without the boot, because the boot is hot, it's summertime, and then I'm having to wear, I should show you. And also that like the boot is a good, I don't know, at least 3-4 inches tall. So if you're gonna get this surgery, make sure that you have a shoe or a boot that has some extra inches on it, because it's so hard to walk lopsided, and then I feel like it puts more pain. It puts more work on the side that you get the surgery done when you are walking. So right now I have a pair of just cowgirl boots. It has a little bit of a heel on the bottom. This is the only thing I could find that I own because I have really big feet and I have a hard time finding shoes. And these were actually out in our storage unit, so I had Corey go get them for me. It's still off by a little bit. So just kind of try to be prepared and have something with a heel on it. So when you do start walking, you decide to have this surgery, you have something to even out so you can walk like evenly. And I guess the other thing I was going to throw out there too is like, it has definitely, I feel like, affected my back and like my hips when I'm walking. So I do feel like at some point when this is done, I'm done with all the uneven walking, that I'll visit a chiropractor to get realigned again, because it feels like some places in my back and my hips are definitely out of place. So I am going to be walking around in the boot, he said, for 1 to 2 weeks, and I do have a doctor's appointment this Friday, so I'm gonna go ahead and find out how much more time I have to walk in the boot, and then I'll go ahead and like update you guys on that when I get out of it and everything. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out of it, but then at the same time, I'm kind of like, man, I feel like I'm gonna have to start the process all over, because it's gonna be completely different walking without the boot, and I'm sure that's gonna take some time to get used to that and to fully be able to walk again. But I'm so excited. I'm getting so much closer to being able to walk and go out and do things. So I'm hoping this summer will be pretty good for me as far as walking goes. But that's kind of it for this update, you guys. I don't really have much more to add. I just wanted to let you guys know how the process works in case you're getting the surgery done or you've had it done and you're wondering what's to come or what's next or what the recovery process is like. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button below if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel. And also hit the thumbs up button if you guys liked this video. And again, I do have a series on this channel, so if you haven't seen my previous videos, you can go watch them. I will have a playlist up of all my flat foot reconstructive surgery videos for you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, you can go ahead and check it out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.